She is our 7th finalist of the 25 crafters chosen to compete for the title of Home and Family DIY Star. She's from Solana Beach, California, and she is Deborah Beard. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I am so excited to be here.
We're excited to be here, but you have a YouTube channel. Before you started, you had, she really had stage fright. She was afraid to talk to people. How did you overcome that?
I had extreme stage fright, but I also had a huge desire to share my DIYs. And so my brother dared me to go to an on-camera acting class, and we had to stand in front of the class and give a monologue about what we most wanted to say to the world. Wow. And my monologue was all about a recurring dream that I had where I had something that I really wanted to say, but there was gum stuck in my mouth, and I kept pulling on the gum and it got bigger. And so when it came time for me to stand up in front of the class, my knees were knocking, my hands were shaking, and I just told myself, forget it, just give up on this, just read it as fast as you can and get the heck out of here.
Wow.
And so that's what I did, and then the teacher wouldn't let me sit down. So I quickly shifted from flight mode to hurry up and figure this out. And he encouraged me to, he said, this is about frustration. Think of a time you were frustrated. Every day was a frustration.
I know,
for
we
me.
do that here every day.
I would be frustrated.
Right? That's
I
how
would
we
be frustrated if I had that much gum in my mouth too. So I can't.
But that's what we do. They put the cameras in front of us, and we got to go.
We do.
have to do it.
We have to go now?
We have to do it.
Oh, we have to show you a
to
clip.
show it.
This is a clip of your video that you sent to us, not entirely, but about half of it. Take a look.
We're going to take these coffee stir sticks and we're going to cut them up with a pair of scissors and we're going to turn them into a beautiful piece of jewelry. I'm going to strap the tape across the dresser. I'm going to mix the fancy farm girl with the queen bee. See all that stuff coming up? That's the part that we cut off. And we're going to wrap the wire in the cord, and that's going to create this citrus green. You make sure that all of the paint gets spread around really good. I'm not really sure how to do it, so I think I'm just going to wing it. There'll be this sweeping geometric pattern going on. There it is right back there. I'm relieved that it's not a hot mess.
You are adorable on camera,
so
and you're very funny.
Thank you.
Very funny.
Although that's not funny to me. That's glitter.
You've got to be excited about this.
You knew about my glitter phobia, no? Or did you just...
No, I had no idea you had a glitter phobia.
He really does, but you glittered this whole chair, and it feels amazing. It looks like a fabric, but it's not. It's
and
actual
it does not crack. You can put a cowboy boot on this, and it won't crack. The glitter doesn't come off over time.
How many chairs did you have to do before you came to the final product?
Just one, and that one was an epic fail. I painted glue on the chair, and I literally threw buckets of glitter all over the chair, and it was a hot mess, and I had glitter in my house for months.
That's why I don't like it.
You would have hated it.
That's why I don't like it. I have, just so you know,
He still
come
has glitter from year one.
I did, and I bought glitter insurance.
You did.
If there's a glitter spill in my house, people come in, with the hazmat outfit on, it's gone. What do we need to get started on this other than glitter?
Yeah.
Okay, you just need some simple ingredients. You want a good water-based paint. You want the paint to be close to the color of the glitter that you plan to use. You need glitter. You need a fine, small grit glitter and Mod Podge and some beautiful rhinestone chain and some jewelry glue.
All right. We saw you getting busier earlier today, so let's take a look. Take us through this.
Okay, so the first step is to spritz the upholstery with a spray bottle full of water. This will help the paint sink into the fabric like a dye. You don't want the paint to sit on the surface of the chair because that's where you get the crunchy, rough texture and the cracking. You also want to use a sanding sponge. The sanding sponge will just get that paint right down into the fibers, and it helps smooth it out. Then I'm using that color Sandy Blonde. It is DIY paint. It's a clay-based paint, which is perfect for this application because it's nice and soft. And that is how...
That just absorbs right in, because a lot of paint sits on top of it.
So it's paint and Mod Podge.
Yes, and so now I'm mixing the Mod Podge with the glitter. It's a 50-50 ratio of glitter to Mod Podge. You want to stir it really good so that there's no clumping or cracking, and then you just paint it right on the chair. It looks white when it goes on, but it dries clear.
And how many coats would you do with that?
2 coats, 2.5 coats, and you're left with this beautiful glittery finish. And then finally, I am painting the frame of the chair with something called Golden Ticket, which will just give it a golden sheen and tie in with the glittery fabric.
That's beautiful. Did you see the
Thank
chair
you.
before? Now look at this after.
But there's a little bling going on there. Where did that come
We
from?
have some bling now.
Oh,
We have
yes.
to the last step to that.
So this is the icing on the cake. It is rhinestone chain. You can cut it with a pair of pliers, and you just want to use a jewelry glue. You don't want to touch it because it's got kind of a strong smell. So you just
It's very famous for that.
yeah. So if you will help
That's
me,
the E6000,
Christina.
right?
Yeah.
Right. And that's almost like elastic. You can manipulate that rhinestone.
Now, why do you put it on with a stick rather than just using the needle, the nose from the glue?
It's just more control, and it will, you don't want it to get on your cuticles.
Did you say that dries pretty quickly?
It dries very
It
fast.
does, and it's just, once you put it on, it's really on there.
And then it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it doesn't come out.
It's very
right.
strong.
Very
It's
strong.
Perfect. The
jewelers
rhinestones
use
go
great.
on.
I'll give you that. I'll take that for you.
Okay.
Now, when you see a chair, you see a chair like this, and you either think you're probably in a fairy tale land, right? Because it's just so glittery. What a chair like this would be made for? What, like a?
Well, I think it would be perfect for you, but you could also use it for a special event or a little girl's room, or it's just a really funky piece to have
It's
in
a
your house.
thing, isn't
like,
it? My designer Stephen always says you have to have a thing. That would be the
This is
thing.
the
This
thing.
is
It
the
could go-
surprise element.
Yeah.
Especially if you mixed it with a bunch of really rustic pieces, and then you have this.
Yeah.
I don't think just anybody can sit in a chair like that and make that happen. I think you have. By the way, how much was that altogether? Would you?
It was between $40 and $50, depending on the chair.
the chair that you get? 'Cause you take any
you
chair.
can find. This was an outdated chair, and it was, you can find something like this at a yard sale for $5.
Now, our Mark, every morning when he walks into the makeup room, he goes, all rise, because he thinks he's the Royal Styness.
I am your Royal Steiners.
Yeah, so I'm glad we made you
He's
this
the-
chair. Would you care to sit in it, your Royal Styness?
I don't know if I'm quite ready. Well, yes, maybe I can. I think
Oh,
there's
did you
really
bring your own
Yes.
stuff?
Yes, I have my own
Are
stuff
you kidding
here.
me right now?
Would you please hold on to this?
Are you kidding me right
Present the hat to me, or the
Do
crown.
I have to? Oh, my.
Please, as
Are
I
you going to
sit.
make me put this on your head?
There we go.
Master.
Christina,
Gosh.
could you please assist?
Here, I crown you Royal
me.
Styness. There,
Perfect. This is wonderful.
there you go. There you go.
Is it
sir.
good? Am I good?
Yes, you're good.
No, I really want to thank. All right, that's not
Stop.
funny. That E6000 is still wet. It's still. I can't. Now I can. I see what you've done here, Deborah.